All right. So I thought I'd take you guys around to show you what we're doing today in the orchard. There's always something different we've got going on, whether it's in the orchard or in the barnyard or whatever, just cleaning up. Piece of rope. There we go. That's been dragging with me for a while, I guess. How neat is that? Of course, I can't set my drink down to do anything. Beverage time. Whoa! Oh yeah! Alright, so what I'm out here doing right now, and what Skylar's doing as well, I'll go show you what he's doing in a bit. But what we're doing right now is we're floating out the orchard floors. What I mean by that is we're taking scrapers. I've got a drag scraper. Skylar's got the actual float that does the nice finish job. But what we're doing is, after harvest, the sweeper and the harvester create kind of a crown in the middle of the row, and so the row kind of goes like this. We want that row to be flat as possible for the next year's harvest, so that way the sweeper and the harvester don't wear out their machines, and that we're able to get every nut picked up in the centers. We want to do that now before the winter rains come, so that way we can get all the floors floated out, put dirt in potholes where they need to go, so that way all the floors are flat, the rains will come, and they'll kind of pack in that dirt throughout the winter. That way this next year it'll kind of be hardened up. We'll have some nice flat floors come springtime. So you can see what I'm doing right here is taking off. The center part is a lot higher in the middle, and it may not look like it, but is a lot higher in the middle than it does on the outside. It creates a crown on the row. I'm going across the top, and I'm dragging whatever is left over from harvest, which is more of like dust and leaves more than it is like soil. So we're just kind of scraping it across the top and spreading it back out so it doesn't create a crown after it gets rained on. And as you can see that I'm pulling a lot of this stuff is, yeah, like I said, it's really just dust and leaves that I'm pulling around. Let's get back at it. I'll show you kind of what the end product looks like after we've gone through and floated right now. So far you can really see that we've pulled down that middle part and we're trying to get the floors as flat as possible. And you can see the areas where it was high that we're scraping, and it's filling in the low spots. Well, we're going to be back at it again today. The other day when I did the video, I wanted to do some video of Skylar on the float. But he had some things he had to do, and so he wasn't able to keep going that day. So we're going to go back at it today. We still have quite a bit to do. We've just been busy doing other things. Skylar's over here fueling up the old Kubota, wearing his Juan Deere hat. See? See, senor. This is the float. So we've got a kind of different setup here than most people that have these floats. So this typically has tires on it that you can obviously put the hydraulics down and move it around easy. But we found that when we were doing that the tires kind of got in the way of the excess debris coming out right here, and it would kind of clog up and just create a mess. So we took those off. We hooked it up there to the 3-point so that we could actually raise and lower it, and we just roll it on this roller. and we haven't had any problems doing it that way. This thing does a nicer job than the scraper does because obviously it's actually floating it out, getting a nice even spread compared to the scraper, but the scraper is still doing pretty good, so that's why we keep using that as well. Started. That's what it tells me I need it. Let's go get some DEF fluid, diesel exhaust fluid, and fill this sucker up. I'm tired. You may have noticed I'm in a different truck right now. This is the family truck. It's really more my wife's truck. I don't know if I'm allowed to have the GoPro right where I've got it. I've got it on the windshield. And I don't think that, and it's like kind of in my line of sight, so I might have to move that, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, the tractor ran out of DEF, so I'm gonna go pick up some DEF right now. What's nice is our corner store, if our gate on the other end of the ranch was open right now, we have it locked because the cattle pasture is getting low and the cows like to start getting out of the fences. So we have that gate closed. If that gate was open, I could just drive the tractor right down to the corner store. It's not even, it's about 1.5 miles away maybe. I just picked my booger in front of you guys. Alright, got our DEF fluid. And now, I think I'm actually gonna go get myself a beverage. Because it's beverage time, folks. Oh, it's a beautiful sound. Ugh, stuff is not light, that's for sure. Be smarter than the cap, Ryan. Oh, come on. Seriously? I've got a little bit left over, so we'll throw some in my truck because my truck's a diesel and it's newer and it needs DEF. Alright, now we can get started. Finally! We gotta find where Skylar's at. We might be in the big orchard. Figure out where Skylar's at, because he's on an older mechanical diesel that doesn't need DEF and all this kind of crap. So he's able to just go while I have to stop and fill up. Here he is. Maybe I'll just start on that side with this and just go across the middle. Or so you're just doing that, you're just doing the middle all the way across now? Yeah, that hasn't been done. Okay. Alright, man. So yeah, you can see his, it's nice because it takes it all in, spreads it back out, and then compacts it down. Spreads it out, rolls across it, and it does a nice job of spreading it out, smoothing it out. We didn't do a great job last year of taking care of them. We drove too much on them during the winter. Because what happens is, if we come in during the winter rains and we drive across it, it creates ruts. So we don't want to drive, we want to try and stay off of it completely during the rain seasons, which is hard to do, but we're going to try and do that. Just try and stay off of them. And then also another problem that happens is you get gophers, and the gophers dig the mounds and then they create little tunnels throughout the floors. And what happens is when we come back in the spring, like to do our bloom sprays and start mowing and things like that, the weight of the tractor and the tires, they start to just smash in those tunnels that the gophers create, and then those cause ruts as well. So we just try our best to get the orchard floors as flat and smooth as possible, and that's what we do with these floats. And so he's got the good one going there, and I'm just going along with the scraper. So it's kind of funny, kind of ironic. You may look and be like, okay, well that's not a very nice friend of you, you know, brother-in-law, whatever, making him drive the scraper with the tractor that's got no cab and things like that. What's funny is him and I almost kind of like fought over who was getting to get to drive the older tractor, because it's actually kind of nice to have that open cab and have some fresh air. And right now we don't have too many branches that are hanging in. Like during the season when we've got nuts on the trees, they like to hang. Then you really want the cab. You don't want to drive any, no cab tractors through there. So it's kind of funny. We actually kind of like fought over who got to drive the non-cab tractor, but that's all right. Both tractors are still fun to drive. So we get some deeper ruts that caused by turning and things like that throughout the year. So like this deeper rut right here, those are going to be harder to fill just with one pass with this float. So yeah, see, I didn't really get to fill in that hole at all, but that's all right because we don't really have many holes like that throughout the orchard. Just like that. We're kind of catching up with Skylar, so I'm gonna have to slow down, which kind of sucks. Just didn't time it very good because he's gonna have to make a turn and I'm gonna be in his way. See it pulling it in with those front blades, fills in whatever needs to be filled in, pushes the leftovers back to those rear blades, and those push it back out to the side. So it gives it a really good even settle, and then that roller is back there compacting that down. Whereas mine's just scraping. Like an easy job. Some of you may be curious too as if this scraper is taking off like any topsoil, which is good organic matter for the orchard floors, for the crop. No, because what I'm really doing, I've just got the scraper set at a level where it's taking anything that's just kind of barely too big, and it kind of spreads it out, and so the rest of the scraper kind of is floating it out. So like I've never had to dump this load at all. This load, the same size load, it kind of just tumbles and falls underneath the little space in the blade. So it's still leaving at least some of that organic matter on top. I haven't had to stop at each end of the row and dump what I've got. I'm able to just continuously go. The float does an even better job of doing that, because the float, like all it's doing is it's scraping that first bit, but then it spreads it back out with those back blades. And so it's able to spread that organic matter out evenly and pack it back down. So the float definitely is better than the scraper for leaving more organic matter, but this still does a pretty good job. I haven't had to, like I said, I haven't had to dump a load at the end. I just am able to let it roll across the bottom of the blade of the scraper. Because yeah, we definitely want to leave a lot of that topsoil there, because we like to use the leaves, so when the trees drop their leaves, the grasses and stuff, when they die off, that creates organic matter, food for the microbiology that's happening in our orchards, and it's good nutrients for our trees. It's just a continuous cycle. So we don't want to really screw that up too much. Well, we are done for the day. We're able to finish, I think, as much as we want to do in the older orchard for now. And we'll turn the irrigation to tomorrow. We'll start working on this young orchard. Went pretty smooth, went faster than I thought it would go. Right now we're kind of making at least 2 passes down each row. So we might make another pass, a third pass down the row in the big orchard, but we'd wait till next week to do that. But we'll see. Just remember to subscribe, like this video, comment, and make sure you guys tune in for the next video. If you guys haven't done so already, go and check out some of the other videos that I've done, because there's been some cool stuff. Well, I'm pretty tired and kind of hungry, so I'm gonna go have some dinner. Later.